Good afternoon. Yesterday's class we discussed about finding the distance using distance formula and we used midpoint, isn't it? Now next one we are going to revise is about the section formula. What about the section formula? Recall what we have learned about the section formula. What about section formula? Suppose P x1, y1 is 1 point and Q x2, y2 is the other point. Suppose P x1, y1 and Q x2, y2 are the 2 points. And R is a point which divides. Suppose R divides internally in the ratio m:n. Suppose R divides PQ internally in the ratio m:n. Then the point R is given by, okay, then the point R is given by mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. mx2, the internal point of division is given by mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. Similarly, for y coordinate, it is my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. So this is the point of division. Point of division is given by mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n for the x coordinate. Similarly, for the y coordinate, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. Okay. Suppose it is midpoint. Midpoint means noted the point ratio will be same. Okay. Midpoint ratio is always 1:1. If it is midpoint, the ratio will be given by if 1:1. So in that case, the midpoint is given by x1 plus x2 by 2. Add the x coordinates and divide by 2. y1 plus y2 by 2. Add the x coordinates and divide by 2. And add the y coordinates and divide by 2. And the next is about the centroid of the triangle. What is meant by centroid? Centroid of the triangle. Centroid means, suppose this is a triangle ABC. Okay, centroid means the medians. Suppose AD is one median, BD is the another median, BE, AD, and CF. Okay, so these medians will pass through a point that is called the centroid. The point where all the medians meet is called the centroid. Okay, so if x1, y1, x2, y2, and x3, y3 are the vertices. If x1, y1, x2, y2, and x3, y3 are the vertices, then centroid of the triangle is given by x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3. Add all the x coordinates, divide by 3. y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Centroid of a triangle is given by x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Add the coordinates and divide by 3. So these are the formulas we have learned in coordinate geometry. Write the question. So the next model of question, which one we are learning is important. Okay, write the question. Find the coordinates of the point. Find the coordinates of the point which divides the line segment joining. Find the coordinates of the point. Find the coordinates of the point which divides find the coordinates of the point which divides the line segment joining P 2 comma minus 2 P 2 comma minus 2 and Q 3 comma 4 internally in the ratio 2:3. Find the coordinates of the points P and Q which divides the line joining the points P2 comma minus 2 and Q3 comma 4 internally in the ratio 2:3. So we are given with 2 points. P is the point 2 comma minus 2. Q is the point 3 comma 4. Suppose R divides internally in the ratio 2:3. Suppose R divides internally in the ratio 2:3. Okay. Suppose R divides internally in the ratio 2:3. Then how will you find the point of division R? Using the section formula. Mx2 plus nx1. So 2 into 3 plus 3 into 2 by 2 plus 3. Similarly, find for the y coordinate. For y coordinate, mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. And what about the y coordinate? 2 into 4, isn't it? For y coordinate, it will be 2 into 4 plus 3 into minus 2 by 2 plus 3. Therefore, the point is 6 plus 6 by 5, 8 minus 6 by 5. So, therefore, the point P is 12 by 5, comma 2 by 5. The point P is 12 by 5, comma 2 by 5. Write the next one, children. Are you able to recall all those things? These methods and all we have learned. Are you able to apply this formula? Yes, Adidev? Melvin? Section formula? Ashik? Okay. Okay, Prajot. Write the next one. The ratio, next model question is again an important one. The ratio in which the line 2x plus y, the ratio in which the line 2x plus y minus 4 is equal to 0. 2x plus y minus 4 is equal to 0. Divide the line segments. The ratio in which 2x plus y minus 4 is equal to 0. Divide the line segment, joining the points. Capital A, 2, minus 2, and B, 3, 7. And B, 3, 7. Find the ratio in which the line 2x plus y minus 4 is equal to 0. Find the ratio in which the line 2x plus y minus 4 is equal to 0 divides the line segment joining A, 2, minus 2 and 3, 7. So here we are given with the points. A is the point 2, minus 2. And B is the point 3, 7. And what is given here? One line is there. This line divides this line segment. Okay. Suppose we denote the line as L. L divides the line segment AB. We don't know the ratio. We are asked to find the ratio. Okay. So actually this line is dividing. Okay. So line L divides the line segment AB. Suppose P is the division. Suppose P is the point of contact. So this point of contact P, where it lies, children? Where the point P lies? Is it on the line L or on the line segment AB? Where will it lie?
Line segment.
Line segment only? It is given, listen, the line AB. Okay, imagine the situation where suppose there are two highways. Suppose they meet at a junction. Okay, you might have seen. So where is this point of junction there? Where is this junction lying? Is it on the first road or the second road? Or on both? Both. Isn't it? The same way only here also. This is the point where it lies. That means it lies on the line segment as well as on the line. When two lines are meeting, when two lines intersect. So this point of intersection, you can consider it as a junction. It lies on both the lines. So the point P lies on AB. Okay. Also, it lies on the line L. Okay. It will be lying on the line L. So first, you find the point P. We don't know the ratio. So you can take the ratio as M is to N. We can take the ratio as M is to N. So by using section formula, the point P is, by using section formula, what you will get? 3M plus 2N by M plus N. This is the point P. X coordinate is 3M, Mx2 plus Nx1 by M plus N. Similarly, for y coordinate, 7M minus 2N by M plus N. So this is the point P. Now, the point P lies on the line L. Point P lies on the line L. So in the place of X and Y, we can substitute this one. So this will be the X coordinate. This will be the Y coordinate. So in the place of X and Y, we can substitute it. 2 into 3M plus 2N by M plus N plus Y. Y value is here 7M minus 2N by M plus N minus 4 is equal to 0. So what we can do, the next step, you take the common denominator M plus N. take the common denominator as m plus n. If you open the bracket, 2 into 3m plus 2n plus 7m minus 2n minus 4 into m plus n is equal to 0. Minus 4 into m plus n is 0. Now open the bracket. 6m plus 4n plus 7m minus 2n minus 4m minus 4n is 0. Now group the m terms and group the n terms. When you group the m terms, 13 minus 4, 9m plus 4n minus 4n will get cancelled. Minus 2n is 0. That means 9m is equal to 2n. Therefore, m by n is equal to 2 by 9, which is 2:9. Which is 2:9. So ratio is not given. We are finding the ratio. So this much lengthy questions and all will be asked for case study. They'll be okay. It will be asked as step by step. Okay, it will be included for case study question. Okay. Okay, children. Now write the next one. Try the next one. If 1, 2, 4, y, if 1, 2, 4, y, x, 6, and 3, 5, and 3, 5 are the vertices of a parallelogram. Are the vertices of a parallelogram taken in order x and y. Are the vertices of a parallelogram taken in order x and y respectively. Find x and y. If these are vertices of a parallelogram taken in order, find x and y. So draw the parallelogram. How will you solve this, children? You're given with 4 vertices, isn't it? You name the vertices as A, B, C, D. A is the vertex, 1, 2. B is the vertex, 4y. C, x, 6. And D is 3, 5. We are asked to find the unknowns. Okay, when you draw this, okay, keep it, okay, in your mind, you have to name it in an order. A, B, C, D. Don't jump. Similarly, when you write the vertices, check, after writing the vertex, you recheck it, whether We are writing the correct vertex. Is the sign is same. 1, 2, 4y, x6, 3, 5 are the 4 vertices. We are asked to find the x and y. How to do this? Yes.
Use distance formula.
Is it distance? Distance formula also we can use, but it will be a lengthy one. Instead of that, what is the method we have learned? One easy method we have learned. What is the method we have learned? Anjita? What is the method we have learned, Anjita? Yes, in coordinate geometry. What you have learned? Johan? Yes, Anne-Marie. Tell me, Anne-Marie, how will you solve this?
Midpoint.
Yes, correct. We have to use midpoint. Why? In a parallelogram, we know that diagonals bisect each other. Okay, we have to use midpoint. We can use distance formula, but for one more question, if you do that one, you will take around 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, today we had one meeting. Okay, by the end, I'll give the information to you. Okay, so now note down. So instead of using the distance formula, we can use the property of the parallelogram. Diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals bisect each other. So midpoint of AC is equal to midpoint of BD. Midpoint of AC is equal to midpoint of BD. To find out midpoint, what is the midpoint of AC? 1 plus x by 2. Add the x coordinates, divide by 2. 2 plus 6 by 2 is equal to midpoint of BC. 4 plus 3 by 2. Y plus 5 by 2. Then you solve this. So we can equate. Straight away we can equate. So 1 plus x by 2 is equal to 7 by 2. 2 we can cancel. So x will be 6. Similarly, find out y. What is the value of y? Find out.
Then 3.
Y is 3. Yes. X is 6 and y is 3. Is it correct, Bhadra?
Yes, ma'am.
Now children, listen. The another thing is, suppose we are given a line segment AB. Suppose we want to trisect it. Point of trisection. That means how many points we have to find? Trisection. We want to trisect the line segment AB. Then how many points we have to find? Fia? Yes, Fia? How many points we have to find? Suppose we want to trisect the line segment AB. Then how many points you have to find?
3.
Is it 3 points? You want to divide it into 3 parts. That means how many points you have to, yes, how many points?
2.
2 points. Okay, if you take 2 points, we'll be dividing it into 3 parts. So look at the point P. It divides it in the ratio 1:2. Okay. If you take the point Q, Q divides it in the ratio 2:1. P divides in the ratio 1:2. Q divides it in the ratio 2:1. Okay. Suppose it is divided into 4 equal parts. That means how many points you have to find? It is divided into 4 equal parts. That means we have to find, Adidev, how many points you have to locate?
2.
Is it 2?
3.
3. Okay, if you take 3 points, it is divided into 4 parts. So if you take the point P, P divides AB in the ratio. P divides AB in the ratio. Yes. Rifa, P divides AB in the ratio. Yes. I'm asking only the ratio. Not asking the points. What is the ratio? In which ratio it will divide?
1:3.
1:3. What about the point Q? Q will be dividing it in the ratio
2:2.
2:2. That is same as it is the midpoint. And what about the point R? It divides it in the ratio 3:1. Okay. Now I will share one case study question. Okay, that is from the sample paper. Okay. One more thing. Okay. Okay, children. Now go through this case study question. So those who have the sample paper, take the sample paper. In sample paper, I have one question from coordinate geometry. Go through it. This is a question given in the sample paper. Look at here. Okay. Read the question. A hockey field is a playing surface for the game of hockey. Okay. Can you read this one? Is it possible to read? Arjun? Ashik? Arjun? Adi Amin? Is it possible to read it, children? Yes. Okay. Is it clear? That's what I'm asking. Because it is, if I enlarge it, I think you'll not be able to see the top part. Otherwise, check it. Okay. Now, read it. A hockey field is a playing surface for the game of hockey. Historically, the game was played on the natural turf. But nowadays, it is predominantly played on an artificial turf, isn't it? It's rectangular in shape. Its measurements are given 100 yards by 100 yards. So 100 yards by 100 yards means length is 100 yards, breadth is also 60 yards. Goals consist of 2 upright posts placed equidistant from the center of the back line. So from the, okay, 2 goals will, okay, goals consist of 2 upright posts placed equidistant from the center. So from the center at equal distances, 2 goal posts will be there, joined at the top by a horizontal crossbar. The internal edges of the post must be 3.66 meters, 4 yards apart, and the lower edge of the crossbar must be 2.14 meters, 7 feet above the ground. Each team plays with 11 players on the field during the game, including the goalie. The positions you might play include forward players are there, midfielders are there, fullbacks are there, and the goalie. And their positions are given here. Okay. Forward players means they'll be playing near to the central line. Then midfielders are there. Then back players are also there. Fullbacks are also there along with the goalie. Total 11 players are there. Okay. So this is what it is shown. And look at the question, what is asked in this question. Look at the first part. The coordinates of the centroid of the triangle EHJR. The coordinates of the centroid of the triangle EHJR dash. You are asked to find the centroid of the triangle EHJ. So for that you should know what about the centers, isn't it? EHJ. What about the vertex E? What about the vertex? What about the vertex A? EHJ we want. So what about the E? Can you give the coordinates of E?
2, 1.
Coordinates of E is 2, 1. Okay. Then what about H? H is here, isn't it? What about the coordinates of H?
-2, 4.
Yes, -2, 4. And what about J? J is the point?
-2, -2.
Yes, -2, -2. Now find out what is asked there? We are asked to find the centroid of the triangle. What is the formula for centroid of the triangle? x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Add all the x coordinates, divide by 3. Add all the y coordinates, divide by 3. Find out and tell me what is the centroid here. What will be the centroid?
Can you show the options?
What is the answer? Yes?
Option A.
Option A, -2 by 3, 1. Is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
-2 by 3. When you add all the coordinates, okay, it is -2 by 3 and 1 by 3. Okay. Now look at the second part. What about the second part? Second question. The next one is, if the player P needs to be at equal distances from A and G. P needs to be at equal distances from A and G such that A, P and G are in straight line. If A, P, G are in straight line, then the position of P will be. So A, P, G are in straight line. And P, what is given about P? P is at equal distance from A and G. That means it is in straight line. Yes, it is the midpoint. Okay. So AG, look at the position of A. What is the coordinates of A? What is the coordinate of A? A is given by the coordinate 3, 6, isn't it? And G, coordinate of G is 1, -3. And P wants to be the midpoint. So that means how will you find the midpoint? X1 plus X2 by 2. Add the X coordinates, divide by 2. Add the Y coordinates, divide by 2. So what about the midpoint P? Meghna, give the midpoint, Meghna, P. Meghna? Okay. Using midpoint formula, calculate the midpoint and give the answer.
2 and 3 by 2.
2 and 3 by 2. Okay, look at the option. 2 and 3 by 2. Yes, option C is there, isn't it? Next one. Look at the next one, 48th question. The point on x-axis equidistant from I and E. The point on x-axis which is equidistant from I and E. It is not given as a straight line, but what is given about? Which is equidistant from E and I. Isn't it? The point on x-axis which is equidistant from I and E. It is equidistant from I and E. So look at the point I. The point I is given as -1, isn't it? And E is given as 2, 1. We want a point on x-axis. So what about the point on x-axis? We can take the point as x, 0. On x-axis, y coordinate is 0. And it is not given a straight line. So we can't use the midpoint formula. Here, we have to use the distance formula. PE will be same as PI. PE is equal to PI. What is distance PE? X minus 2 the whole square plus 0 minus 1 the whole square is equal to PI. It is root of x plus 1 the whole square plus 0 minus 1 the whole square. Both the sides you remove root. So you'll get x minus 2 the whole square plus 1 square is equal to x plus 1 the whole square plus 1 square. Both the side 1 will get cancelled. Simplify and find out the value of x. Okay, here it is given at equal distances, but here equal distance does not mean midpoint. You can say simply the distances are equal.
We can use the identity.
Yes, expand it using the identity. Yes, Melvin. Both the sides, expand it. When you expand it, x square minus 4x plus 4 is equal to x square plus 2x plus 1. Simplify and find out what is the value of x. Okay, what is the answer? What is the answer? On x-axis. So either A or C. What will be the answer?
1/2, 0.
Yes, 1/2, 0. Look at the next one. Find the coordinates of the position of the player Q such that his distance from K is twice the distance from E. And K, Q, E are collinear. So they are collinear means they lie on the straight line, isn't it? Collinear means straight line. Now what is given? Find the coordinates of the position of the player Q such that his distance from K, QK is twice the distance from E and K. So that is twice EK. QK is equal to twice EK. So we have to, we don't know the point Q. QK is 2EK. Isn't it? QK is given as 2EK. So find out QK is 2 times EK. E is given, K is given. Find the distance, equate it. Q we don't know, take the point. Okay, what is about K? The point K is given as -4, 1, isn't it? What about E? 2, 1. Q we don't know. You take the Q as X, Y. Use the distance formula, equate, square on both the sides, simplify and find the value. Okay, same way, try to complete the next question.